Hello colleagues, my name is Ajay Ifama Abigail. I'm presenting this paper on behalf of my colleagues and I. The title of our study is The Teaching and Learning of Library and Information Science Education in Open and Distance Learning Using Electronic Platforms, Impacts and Challenges. Educational institutions in Nigeria are mostly based on traditional methods of teaching and learning. In other words, focus is centered more on the face-to-face process of teaching and learning. However, the recent outbreak of the deadly disease coronavirus has imposed a shift in teaching and learning approaches in many higher institutions around the world, especially in developing countries. Hence, this study has considered it necessary to evaluate the impact of using electronic platforms in teaching and learning of LIS. Examine the perception of LIS students towards the use of electronic platforms in learning. And lastly, identify the challenges students face in learning using e-learning platforms at National Open University of Nigeria. The survey design was adopted for this study. Total enumeration method was deployed to cover all the 205 undergraduates in the department. The instrument used for data collection was a questionnaire. The paper concludes with recommendations synthesizing the results of this study with those found in the literature. National Open University of Nigeria now is an ODL institution that offers both synchronous and asynchronous learning via electronic platforms, supplemented with printed and online instructional materials. One may be wondering the impact of electronic platforms on students' learning. What are their perceptions adapting to the use of electronic platforms in teaching and learning? Are there challenges as to the use of electronic platforms in teaching and learning? Based on this background, the study will investigate the perceptions, impact, and challenges of electronic platforms for teaching and learning LIS education at National Open University of Nigeria. The objectives are 1. Evaluate the impact of using electronic platforms for teaching and learning of library and information science. 2. Examine the perception of library and information science students towards the use of electronic platforms in teaching and learning library and information science. 3. Identify the challenges students and teachers face in learning and teaching library and information science using electronic platforms. The methodology used for the study was total enumeration technique. All 8 lecturers in the department were part of the study, as well as all the students ranging from first year to third year, with a total of 205 students. It is a new department, so presently there is no fourth year student. The results revealed that Zoom and WhatsApp were used in teaching and learning LIS on electronic platforms at National Open University of Nigeria. The study also revealed that the perception of electronic platforms in teaching and learning LIS enabled independent study and increased their ICT skills. The impact of electronic platforms in teaching and learning revealed that it enables students to learn at their own pace, irrespective of time and distance. Lastly, the results showed that there were challenges such as insufficient funds to buy data and electronic devices like smartphones and laptops, as well as unstable internet connectivity. In conclusion, there is a dire need for training and retraining of both staff and students in techniques required for the use of e-learning skills for teaching and learning library and information science. In addition, a compulsory e-learning content should be a general course for every first-year student or direct entry student in the second year. This would equip them with necessary skills needed for participating in e-learning platforms. An orientation for newly employed teaching staff should be conducted to equip the staff with the necessary skills used for teaching and learning on electronic platforms. These are some of our references. Thanks for listening.